and good morning, and welcome to Humble Christian School in another new exciting year that we begin our kindergarten class. My name is Miss Wynn. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers here. I'd like to go over a few things with you on our agenda on what to expect for a kindergarten class for the rest of the year. First of all, class begins at 7:55, and they will be counted tardy if they are not in the classroom at the time. Students don't wait in they wait in the cafeteria or release to their classrooms. That doesn't always work the first week. The first week we allowed you to bring your children down to the classroom and join them with pictures, first day of kindergarten, get excited, get acquainted with the other students, the other parents, which is a joy. And then after the first week, the second week, they're going to start coming down by themselves. It's a responsibility, but it's also an independent thing. For them to walk, they love to walk down with with their friends from the cafeteria. This is how they make friends. This is how they socially intertwine with each other. And if your student's going to be tardy or absent, please send a note to me or check in the front desk with Miss Darlene. She's our office receptionist. And we must check in the office. Don't just drop your student off after the bell rings, because a lot of times these are little ones. They don't know where to go. Some of them are new and they don't know. They'll just wander around the hallway and they'll be more late. So just please, if you're really late after 7:55, park and come in the office and sign in your child. That way they can come down with a tardy slip, or you can come down with them to get them acquainted and new. If they're new, the other students already know how to come down the hallway. They've been here before in K4. There will be perfect attendance awards be given out each 9 weeks at chapel time. The reminder of the tardies equal one excused absence. So please pay attention to that, because I always check in here. I do attendance, lunch order, and I will see if they're tardy, they're tardy. And then Miss Darlene will, if you come in and you have an excused tardy or an excused absent, doctor's note, then that's different. Miss Darlene will take care of that. Dismissal is at 3:15. Please send a note if you're picking up your child early. Make sure to inform me or the office of the duty of picking up your child during dismissal, or if another parent or another person is picking up this child. This is for our safety, for the safety of your students. Teachers must know when children leave their care, because these are my children. I take care of them 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. If you have an unauthorized person picking up your child, please send a note specifying the person's name in relationship to the child. We will check the adult's identification in the beginning of the year. We always do. Even when they're picking them up at dismissal, we will ask for a driver's license if we've never seen that person before. All items are clearly labeled: supplies, backpacks, rest mats, uniforms, spare clothes, coats, jackets, lunch boxes, etc. Please label them clearly and in permanent ink. I have a lot of kids will come in with brand new sweaters, uniform sweatshirts, and they don't have a name on the label. They should have a name, because then if they leave them outside, I try to help them get and be responsible for them to take care of their own jackets and their sweaters. But a lot of times if they're left in aftercare or before care, they come around to our classroom. Who does this belong to? Well, there's about 50 kids that wear a size 5 and 6, so they don't know who's theirs, or they don't know if they've lost it. So please make sure their names are in them. That way they'll know this belongs to them. Lunches backpacks must be large enough to fit a change of clothes in their binder. And then we're not talking about having accidents, and sometimes it does happen. We're talking about sometimes when we have spaghetti or pizza or chapel day and they get it on their white shirts. You know, a lot of time parents work late, and if they work late, they sometimes go out to dinner after they pick up their children. They don't want to take them with spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce all over their shirt. So I will allow them to change. It doesn't have to be a uniform. It doesn't have to be a uniform. That gets very expensive. But as long as they have a change of clothes, and don't forget to check it seasonally, because when it starts getting cold, they need warmer clothes. And please remind your students to put clean underwear and socks in there, because a lot of times we have to go hunting for socks or undergarments for the children when they don't have them packed in their Ziploc bag and labeled, and let them stay in their in their backpacks. Backpacks must be large enough for binders. Our binders are 1.5 inches, and a lot of homework and a lot of things will go home during the middle of the year, beginning also with homework. And it doesn't fit if they have a little cute. They're great, sparkly, whatever, but they just don't fit everything that needs to be appropriate in there. Lunchtime is at 10:30. I know, brunch time, but we are the first lunch because we have the entire school to feed. So at 10:30 we will have lunch. Parents, please, please look at the menu. It's found on RenWeb. I check it every day too, but I don't have time to check and put what your child wants or what they want to eat. A lot of times the parents need to be responsible for this, because I could order it and then you'll say, well, that my child doesn't eat that, or their bill is too high, or so please, please. But I want them to eat. I don't want them to go hungry. So please do not send frozen or uncooked items. It's not because we don't want to do it, it's because we don't have the time. It's a time issue. We go to lunch from 10:30 to 11 o'clock. Really, we have to be out about maybe 3 minutes before 11, because first grade starts coming in and second grade, and they come on periodically right after each other. So please do not send frozen uncooked items. We no longer will be sending home a hard copy of the RenWeb on the Cougar's Corner. It's on RenWeb. Look, it has everything. It has every day what's going to be on for lunch. It has everything. So please look there. Order at a week at a time, or order a month at a time. Order a week at a time. It's a lot easier for you. That way you'll have it, unless the child's bringing their lunch. When sending cash, please put it in a Ziploc or envelope. Label your child's name and the money's inside, what it's supposed to be going towards. Students in aftercare must they can purchase a drink in the afternoon. Please send money for that purpose in their backpacks. And regarding their eating habits, their allergies, that'll be on our medical release forms. Excuse me. But also, I need to know the allergies of children, because a lot of times I'll have to post it outside my door, like I did last year, where I have a child with peanut issues. Excuse me. Students in aftercare may purchase a drink. Please inform us if there's any special issues of people picking them up in aftercare. Oh, excuse me. Recess follows lunch, and rest time is after recess. Each child must have her own rest mat labeled with his or her name on it. You may send a small blanket, but no pillows, no toys, no stuffed animals, unless it's show and tell. Not because I don't want them to have it, not because of purpose, that we just don't have nowhere to store it. And it's a fire marshal issue, and we have to only do what we need to do. So a small blanket like the ones they had when they were babies are fine, and I'll cover them up. And please make sure they have their names on their blanket. I know it's that most of the time they recognize their own blanket after a while, but please make sure their names are on it. Chapel is on Wednesday. Chapel uniforms must be worn all day. Please refer to the school handbook on specific dress codes. You have to look and see if they are in dress code for chapel. You either can wear a white or a blue chapel shirt with HCS emblem on them. That's only if we have chapel in pictures that day. If we're doing pictures, school pictures and graduation pictures, then it needs to be a white chapel shirt on both boys, and the girls with their ties. I also have an obedience chart. An obedience chart is where a child goes to pull green, yellow, or red. Green is because it's go, yellow is they need to stop and think about what they're doing and listen to God, and red is a big issue. It's trying to get them a warning to correct their behavior, and if it's not, then it has to be dealt with on a recess, timeout, or if they have to go to the office, it's a serious issue. And then I will address you, I will call you, I'll communicate with you during RenWeb, email, but if that happens on a red, I prefer to communicate with you on the phone and talk to you myself. And if we have to set up a parent-teacher conference, then we will do so. So please, please make sure you're reading your binders each and every day and look inside. There's going to be a behavior chart in there, and I will go over it with you when I see you at Cougar Camp. Daily homework. Your child will not have homework the first week. Beginning the second week, they will have their name practice and letter practice. These may not have every day, so make sure you read and sign the binder every day. Your child will never have homework on Wednesday, because I know a lot of parents and a lot of families go to church on Wednesday night. I go to church, so I know you don't want to be bogged down with homework. Unless there's an external, maybe an excuse or circumstance that's just can't be helped. Reading homework will not begin until the school, probably before November, because I have to get them prepared in different directions and step by step to get them to that point. Birthdays can be given at lunchtime only. There's no homemade treats, only store-bought prepackaged goodies. No cakes, because we don't have time to cut them and put them on plates another time. It's a time issue. So make sure, because we do have store-bought items, that because of the allergies, and I'll let you know, even with store items, there are some certain students that are gluten-free, and they don't have, now they're doing everything with gluten-free, so it's a blessing. So room moms are vital important to my classroom. I love to have a room mom. Please try to volunteer to be a room mother. It helps me a lot. It helps each other. It helps the whole classroom. I'm looking forward to being your kindergarten teacher, and I just wanted to go over a little things that we do have on academics. We have language arts and phonics and reading. It's cursive writing and language, recognizing sentences of capital letters and periods. Poetry. We do poetry. We do science. We do arithmetic. We do social studies and Bible. Bible is a big thing in this classroom because if without Bible and without the Lord, we wouldn't have all the rest of the academics. Everything falls into place with the Lord. So on Bible time, they love it. They love to act it out. They love to hear the parable. They love to get entwined with it, and they memorize Bible verses every week. They have a test on their Bible verse on Friday. That's not their grade overall. Their grade overall is just not learning a Bible verse and memorizing it. It's applying it to their life. It's the curriculum, the overall salvation series, the doctrine. We go over curriculum, and then if they get tested on that too, and they get to act it out. They get to see because they're visual like I am. They have to see everything that's going on. So social studies and Bible, and we also have a mentor program with the seniors. The seniors are their buddies, kind of like per se, their buddies, pen pals. They come down, they play with them, they read stories to them, they go outside and intertwine with them in recess time. They go on a big field trip with them, and we have a blast with them. They also share their birthdays, their graduations, and together they'll come at lunchtime and they will bring them gifts, and then you will get information that will have their information on the seniors, and then the kindergartners will have the seniors' information. So always pay attention and look at that because birthdays are coming up. They will celebrate them together. We have graduation pictures together on cap and gown, buddies where they can take each other's picture. And I'm telling you, it's the most wonderful thing because they love their seniors and the seniors love the kindergartners. And to this day, I know 4 seniors that still have pen pals with their kindergartners. So it's like a big brother, big sister type of situation, and it's wonderful. And they just get really excited about it, and I get excited about it because I love my seniors. I love all the students in the school. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a wonderful year, and I appreciate it again. And we will see you, and thank you so much. And if you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to email me, and I will talk to you on Cougars Camp. Bye.